Howdy folks, how you going? Welcome to the brewery. Last Saturday of dry July. Nearly there. But anyway, today I'm dropping this fella down. So this is the second fresh wort kit in a row. Yeah, I know it's unusual, it's not something I normally do, but this one is a little bit different. This is unusual how this one come about. Anyway, before I get into it, quick shout out to the Patreons. As always, thanks for your support, guys. There's a link down the bottom of the Patreon if you're interested in having a look. A couple of dollars a month helps the channel out, keeps me able to experiment. And there's prizes and bonuses for coming along as well. If you're subscribed to the channel, thank you. If you're not, hit the subscribe button down there in the bottom. Ring the little bell, get notified when there's new videos and things up. And if you like the videos you're watching, give us a thumbs up. But anyway, what I've got here, this fresh wort kit, well, these kits are available through Quality Home Brew Supply. Quality Home Brew Supplies. They're in Slacks Creek, which is in the southern suburbs of Brisbane. And these are kits that they do in store. And this popped up. The reason this come up is you would have heard probably mentioned many times. You've seen, probably on the videos on tastings. Certainly, if you've been onto a live or even onto the page, you'll hear me refer to the Beermonsters, which is a small group within Little John's, where we have messenger chats and we have, we get together for brews and drinks and stuff occasionally. And we've been known to Beermonsters for probably about 2 years now. About a month ago, I was doing a live. And we've mentioned about the Beermonsters, and one of the boys linked up a post from Quality Home Brew Supplies showing their Beermonsters fresh wort kits. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I jumped on, had a bit of a look, and looked at the post, and then went to the website. And there's none of this Beermonster stuff on their website. Only all in brewing kits. Well, that's a bit, but okay, that's weird. But I thought I was interested in brewing. I wanted to get one and brew it. I think, with the Beermonsters connection, I thought, okay, let's just it just sounded interesting to me as something to do. So I contacted them, just inquiring how I'd go about, buying one, because I wanted to do one, explain the Beermonsters connection. That I wanted to do one on my YouTube channel. How do I go about getting one delivered to me? Or is that just something you just don't do? I was thinking, well, maybe they just don't do that. And they got back to me and said, oh yeah, no worries, we can, we'll send you one. No charge, we'll send it down to you for free. Which was, okay, fantastic. I'm happy with that. I was just looking to buy one. And turns out that they don't normally send these things out. I mean, it's not cheap to send a bloody fresh wort kit via the mail, especially when you're a small place and you don't do massive amounts of it. You don't get bulk discounts. So that's what took me by surprise. I thought, fantastic, awesome. So chatting with the fellas up there, I've got here Daniel. I don't think there's any. I've got a couple of. They sent me a little pack in the end. Daniel, Rod, and Ted. So shout out to the boys up there. And what's it? They sent it down. They sent me a list of what different kits they had, and I picked one, which was this fella, which is it's called Island of Hazy, or it might be Island of Haze. It's hard. There's a little bit. There's a scratch right on the label, right in the middle. I think it's Island of Haze, and all good, and they said, oh, we'll send you a t-shirt as well. I said, all good. I said, send me the biggest one you got. I'm cuddly. They sent me the biggest one, and it only just fits. It's a bit snug. I've got to get a little bit cooler. So I've got a few brew shirts around that I can't quite. Probably not proud. They don't fit well enough to do videos in anyway. So this turned up a couple of days later. Because I've heard nothing more from them. I thought, oh, this won't bloody happen. Then lo and behold, bang, a couple of days later, this turned up on the doorstep. Then the next day, another parcel turned up, which had the t-shirt. I said, I'm not wearing it, but I do have it here. A shiny one. Got the Beermonsters on the front and the Beermonster symbol on the back. So yeah, if I can manage to get my finger in bloody out of my arse and actually lose some weight, I'll be able to bloody wear that. But anyway, I still appreciate the fact that they sent it, and I will get into it. But also what they've also sent was all the hops that have got to go into this fella, and the yeast. So let's talk about that. That's the big wrap for Quality Home Brew Supplies. I've heard from a few people online since I've posted up that I've got this, that these are really good kits. So I'm really looking forward to this. As I said, I don't brew them that often. But funnily enough, given that this will now be the second one I'll have actually sitting in fermenters at the same time. So anyway, so this fella, regional gravity on here is 1057. 2-row wheat and flaked. It doesn't actually say what the flaked is, so whether that's flaked wheat or flaked oats, I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't say. And I said, because these are on the website, there's no additional information. Hops are Pacifica, Rakau, Citra and Mosaic, which are the same for the actual dry hop. The yeast is M66 Mangrove Jack's Hophead Ale Yeast. Now, I've not used this before, so I'm really looking forward to using that. But I was really happy that they sent this, because I said this is what they recommend. I've not used this before. This is new yeast, which has got enzyme in it, which is designed specifically for use in hazies, New England's, and it says on here, yeast and enzyme blend that enhances aromatics and esters, perfect for New England hazy and fruit forward IPAs. Select enzymes improve aroma and flavour from late hop and fruit additions. So yeah, this is meant to be very good for this kind of beer. So looking forward to how that goes. It's got a relatively high attenuation at 74 to 82%. So yeah, one pack. It says the sprinkle this, so it's enough for 6 gallons of wort at 18 to 22 degrees. So we're going with that. And I said I've got my dry hops, and the dry hops are the same as the hops already in there. There's Rakau and Pacifica, which go on, it just says dry hop number 1, and Mosaic and Citra, which are dry hop number 2, 25 grams of each. Now they've sent me 50 grams of each, which means I've got myself a little bit extra hops to play with, which is good. That can be used for something else down the track, so that's fantastic. Good work, good work, boys. So yeah, nice neat little package, so I'm very happy. So this says it makes up 23 litres. OG on here is 1057. Now I'm estimating this is going to be a 20 litre 20 litre wort. Looks like a 20 litre barrel. There's going to be no extra stuff going in this. I'm just going to get this fella straight into the fermenter, which is over here. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's got my snub nose. She's all sanitised and ready to go. So we'll get this in and see how much of a mess I can make, because this is actually very full, which it should be. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's not good. And that's all over my foot. I need to get a better handle on it. There we go. Well, she looks hazy, that's for sure. She's not clear. So I reckon I've thrown about maybe a quarter of a litre onto the floor. We'll see what we end up with. Righto. Yeah, there's a bit on the floor, but it's not a massive amount. And actually the fermenter tells me I've got 24 litres. Nearly 24 litres. Yeah, it's showing just under 24 on my sticker on the fermenter. I do know it's probably, it is a little bit out, so it's probably closer to maybe just a tad over 23. So that's all good. So I'm going to get this now. I'm going to give this a good aeration. I'm not going to bother showing you what that stuff bloody looks like. What I will do though is just grab a gravity confirmation. Well, I pulled out a nice new bloody syringe. Let's use that. Make sure we're not bloody doing anything silly. Don't bring any bugs in. These guys have contributed a decent amount. Time to go ruining it. Right. Okay, and things just keep getting better. That's about 1061. So, yeah. Okay, so that's a sizable wort for one pack of use, but we're going to go with it because that's what there is. So, I had thought of splitting this and doing half with a verdant, but no, I'm just going to run this kit and see just purely how this goes. So that's so 1061. Now if we get 78, it's going to come out at 40. It's going to be at, we're getting up around that 6% mark. 5.8 to maybe 6.1, even 6.2 depending on where the attenuation gets to. So all good. So I'm going to aerate this, drop this on 18 to 22. We'll go. I'll set the fridge at 18 to. Oh, hang on, no, because it's the snub nose. I've got the firmer well, so I will set this for 20 degrees, and we'll ferment. We'll ferment at 20, and let that rip. So I'll be dropping in first hops on day 2 and then hops on day 5. I think that will work all right. I would expect this to probably be fermented around 7 or 8 days, so that'll get us a 5 to 6 day contact on the first hops, and then 3 or 4 days on the second, which I think will work quite nicely. So yeah, all good. So we're going to aerate this and get it in the fridge. So that's it. We'll ferment this fella. So we'll be back. We'll be looking probably taster in well, it's going to take a week and a half to ferment. 2, 3. It's going to be a month, so it's going to be probably late September, very early October. We'll be looking to get our first taste of them, this fella. So comments and questions down the bottom. And again, thank you to all the supporters of the channel. Thank you to Quality Home Brew Supply. I will stick a link down in the description to their website. As I said, these aren't actually available on delivery, but if you're up in the Brisbane area and you can get over there, you know, check it out. They do all in fresh wort kits on delivery, so you can get some kits. But for now, I'm going to get this finished, get it done, and I will see you in this video. So till then, we'll be brewing beer, drinking beer, or talking beer. Good brewing.